Let's get into my first ever vegan seafood boil. Here's just some good old seasoned hearts of palm. Ooh. Hello beautiful people and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shakayla. I create and share delicious plant-based recipes and inspiration. If you're returning, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Y'all, I think this might be my first time ever, not just even like a vegan version, but like my first time ever doing a seafood, well, this is, yeah, seafood boil. So in this video, I am showing y'all how I made my first ever vegan seafood boil. So in here I have some corn, I have some potatoes, I have some vegan sausage. I also have like hearts of palm that I use as kind of like the crab meat substitute. When I was like looking online at different ways to actually make the seafood boil, the vegan seafood boil, a lot of recipes call for the hearts of palm, which I thought was really good. Something else that a lot of recipes use was like the vegan shrimp. I didn't know where to find it. I feel like I could probably find it in my Asian market because I know I've seen some creators and people who just cook like vegan seafood. They found the vegan shrimp at their local Asian market, but I didn't feel like going to the store, so I was like, hey, we're just gonna make it work with what we have. Let's get into my first ever vegan seafood boil. It's really good. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is really good. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so here's everything that I'm using. I have some seaweed sheets. I have some shrimp, like this shrimp and crab boil to help remove the briny taste from hearts of palm, a yellow onion. Also have some coconut sugar for added sweetness to like the little butter sauce. I got some vegan butter. This is actually my favorite brand of vegan butter right now, mainly because of the ingredients. Capers, vegan Worcestershire. I also got some low sodium soy sauce and that I honestly didn't even end up using. I got a head of garlic because we're going to use lots and lots of garlic. Then I got some king trumpet mushrooms because I really want to make some vegan calamari, and then I also want to use the little ones for like a shrimp substitute. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. Some cornstarch for the vegan calamari to crisp it up in the air fryer. Hearts of palm. I got some red potatoes. Can't forget the corn. Oh yeah, and then a lemon. Okay, now for the seasonings. I have furikake. It has like an of the sea like flavor, and I ordered mine on Amazon. Old Bay, because I mean, what's a seafood inspired dish without some Old Bay? Got some bay leaves that I honestly did not use. Once I got into the flow of cooking, I just realized I didn't need certain ingredients. Garlic powder, because I mean, duh, it goes on just about everything. I got some red pepper flakes for a little spice, but I'm a baby, so when it comes to spice, a little goes a long way for me. Got some smoked paprika. Also, this little baby doesn't have a label, but it's onion powder. And then last but not least, I got some Cajun seasoning. Now I'm just prepping my water. So this one is for the corn and potatoes, and then this one is for the hearts of palm and the mushrooms. So now we're just gonna cut up our onions, potatoes. I pre-cut my corn, so that's already done, but also the king trumpet mushrooms and garlic. And I believe I already mentioned this, but I really wanted to make some vegan calamari on the side. And so for mine, I like to use these type of mushrooms. I believe I've shared this in a previous video, just like how I make the actual vegan calamari. So if you're interested, I'll put that video in the description box. But to kind of like get that center, like think about calamari, how it's like hollow on the inside. Because it's like a circle, like with the insides gone. Okay, I'm sure y'all understand what I'm saying. But I try to use like condiment lids because they really just help you get like the perfect circle, and it looks very realistic. So now that the water is hot, we're gonna move on to the corn and potatoes. I added the potatoes, just some of the onions, and the corn to this pot. And then for this one, I'm adding the shrimp and crab boil bag and some seaweed sheets. Oh yeah, and I like to simmer my hearts of palm before cooking with it just to help get rid of that briny taste. And if you've ever cooked with hearts of palm, you know what I mean. I also included the mushrooms in here as well. And then pro tip, when I like to put mine in a colander like a colander when I'm letting it simmer in this sauce or this mixture, mainly because it's just so much easier to remove it once I'm ready to use it. Now, remember all those seasonings from the beginning, that whole lineup? Yeah, we're about to just add all those bad boys in here, okay? So for this specific dish, I just had to season with my heart. So I hope y'all do not mind. I would recommend you do the same. But if you are one where you like have to follow the recipe to a T, there are several seafood butter sauce recipes out there just in case you need exact measurements. Now that the hearts of palm and the mushrooms are done simmering, it is time to prep them. So here I'm just lightly shredding the hearts of palm and opening them up a bit. Later in the video, I kind of talk about a few things that I would change or plan to do differently next time. And one of them, I don't think I mentioned it at the end, but one of them is to remove the extra soft part, like the inside of the hearts of palm, like how it's like super soft. I'll remove that because I just think over time, it just became too mushy, like after cooking for a while. So if you decide to do this, I would recommend removing that inside as well. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show this in the lineup, but these are the sausages that I will be using. They're the Impossible sausages. I think I picked mine up from Kroger. And so they're probably my go-tos, like whenever I want to use a plant-based broth like sausage. However, I do just try to make sure I eat these in moderation, but these would probably be my favorite. So just adding everything to like this little boil bag. I also got the boil bag from Kroger. Now, I've seen where people are making these and they don't use a bag. They just use like tinfoil container and like cover it up. You can definitely do that, but I just want like the full experience. Remember, I don't think I've ever had a seafood boil bag, so I wanted this to be like I went to one of the restaurants, okay? A lot of recommendations were to bake it on 400 degrees for about 10 to 12 minutes, which is exactly what I did. So this isn't typically how I make my vegan calamari, but y'all, it might be going forward because it was really easy, quick, and it still tastes delicious. And so I wanted to make these while the veggies were in the oven because I only had those in for about 12 minutes. So it was perfect timing. So to this, I just added, of course, the mushrooms, the lemon juice, furikake, and if y'all can't tell, that is my favorite seasoning. It's so good. Well, not favorite, but I really, really like it. I had some garlic powder, Old Bay, onion powder, black pepper, and then plant milk just to kind of thin it out a bit. Now the cornstarch just helps crisp them up, so I added some of that, but I also had a flour mix that helped them get even crispier. So for the flour mix, I'm using pretty much the same seasonings, so furikake, Old Bay, and then garlic powder. And I air fried these on 390 degrees for about 12 minutes. I just checked on them every now and then, gave the basket a shake just to make sure they weren't in there burning, okay? Now, after all that work, it is time. I'm so excited. All right, so here is our boil all finished. I'm so excited to eat, y'all. This is about to be delicious. Sauce is bomb. Here is our vegan calamari. This is just like the little sauce that I use for dipping everything else in. And then I went to a restaurant recently. It was a vegan restaurant, and they actually had a vegan seafood mac and cheese. So I decided to save it just for this. So we have our whole little spread. And I know this is not typically how you would do a seafood boil, but I don't know. I feel like I want to have like the food in a different plate for some reason. So I'm gonna just try to get like a little bit of everything up in here. I might have to get several pieces of this corn. I also want to get some of the mushrooms, which are kind of just like blending in with everything. This sauce is so good. Oh my gosh, okay. Try everything else. So this is the seafood mac and cheese. Typically that's made from like the I think it's pronounced konjac root. I'll put it on the screen. That's actually, I'm pleasantly surprised with that. I was kind of worried with the sausage on if it was gonna be like too soft. Now granted, it is softer than normal, like than cooking it on the stove normally, but I think because it cooked with that sauce, like all the flavors just infused. This is just a mushroom. One of the king trumpet mushrooms. Now I'm about to try the hearts of palm, which is kind of just like the little fake, there we go. It's supposed to be like lobster. Like, it's just hearts of palm, y'all. Ain't nothing too crazy. It's just a good old seasoned hearts of palm. Ooh. Let me show y'all. That looks so good. Hold on, baby. Hold on. Look at that. Don't look at me. Focus right here. Dipping it in that sauce and it's coming back up. Dipping in that sauce. I don't even taste like the hearts of palm. Y'all know, now you know hearts of palm has like, hey sir, my dog over here. Y'all know he loved camera time. Hearts of palm has like that briny taste. Like you can't even taste it in this. I'm so happy. Man, I haven't tried the corn. Corn is messy, y'all know that though. I'm so proud of myself. Another thing, if you notice, I didn't add any additional like regular table salt. Well, not table salt, but like I always cook with like a sea salt or Himalayan salt. I didn't add any of that because it didn't need it, especially with all the other seasonings. Then the lemon juice just helps bring out the acidity. I feel like I got corn in my teeth, so just brought out the acidity. And then the Old Bay like got enough salt for the world. So that's why you don't need to add any more. But oh my gosh, y'all, it's so good. Yeah. I feel like I want to do it again, and maybe I'll like change some things. Like I think next time I'll probably, I'm trying to think, what would I do differently next time? I probably won't cook the potatoes as long as I did. I would probably add the hearts of palm. Honestly, probably wouldn't even add the hearts of palm in the bag because I mean it's soft. Actually, I don't know because I think cooking it in the bag really helped remove that like briny taste. Maybe just like boil it on the stove a little less. I'm gonna have to think about it. I probably would not add the vegan sausage inside next time, just so I can see how it tastes from like it being more firm. Like right now it's pretty soft, which I don't know if that's normal because I don't think I've ever had a seafood boil, which is crazy because I used to love eating seafood before I went plant-based. So I don't know. I'm about to eat another piece of this corn. Dip it in this sauce over here. Making sure I don't have any food before I keep talking to y'all. But y'all, I keep saying this, but I'm really happy with how this turned out. putting it on the plate is gonna help me. Like, you don't want no more, Shakayla. You don't want no more. This is amazing. I'm about to try to finish my plate. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video. This was fun, especially it being something that I've never done before. And just like stepping outside of my comfort zone, trying something new on camera. I'm pretty impressed with myself. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspired you to make your own seafood boil or even just try a meatless meal. I hope you have an amazing day, an amazing week, and I will see you next time.